I'm Sandra Picciano-Brand, and I do mostly metal construction, and that's where you use a flat sheet of metal and saw it out. You use hammers and you solder it, and it's with all the raw materials. And then I also do lost wax casting.
I'm Dave Brand, and I specialize in jewelry with natural stones. Mine is probably a little more architectural. Try to put a sculptural effect with those stones so they make a statement. It's all mostly lost wax casting. The opportunities to create in wax are just unlimited. And I also specialize in the vessel form, and I do a lot of that. Even though I do flowing lines in some of it, you can see in her work, the more flowing lines, the more feminine type of forms.
And I think of my work as miniature sculptures. And also, I'm a gardener, so I like the plants that I have to perhaps make a piece of jewelry, but they're always flowing lines. I love the challenge of it. There's so many techniques. I take a long time making one thing, the one of a kind.
We have done collaborative work on several pieces.
We've been working together since, I guess, 2004. We came up with the name Mythic Silver. It was a big search to be able to figure out something that was unique and that said what we were.
The pandemic does give us more time to work in the studio, and so we've been clunking away creating stuff. So we've done a lot of new work during the pandemic. I like people to look at the work and kind of wonder how it was done. It gives me an opportunity to explain that. I try to emphasize the fact that I use very unusual stones in my work.
And I use pearls in a lot of my work. Right now I'm working on work that is inspired by Art Nouveau, and in a delicate way I like to show that sensibility of Art Nouveau and have my own take on it. And these are made from just sheet metal. It's forming it and filing it and trying to get those curves on the edges.
This is lost wax casting, and the process is centrifugal force, and it's a hot process. Everything is hot, so we got to be careful. The idea is to create your object first in wax. So this ring has been all carved into shape, mounted up with what's called a sprue on this rubber base. This flask will fit around it, and then it's poured full of a material much like plaster of Paris. And you see this hole right here, that's the space where the metal is going to get poured in after the wax is burned away, and creates a negative space inside there. So that's the crucible that holds the metal. This is the metal that goes in here, it's silver, and it'll be melted. Go ahead, we're ready to go. So I keep an eye on it to know when it's melted. It's starting to melt, so I'll go get the item that we're going to cast out of the kiln. I set it in the centrifuge, slide the crucible up close to it so it fits in that space, and I kind of jiggle it around and make sure it's all ready to go. And it's all ready to go, so pull it back, go.
Turning from wax to metal.
So now you can see that the metal has been thrown into the flask. I'll set it here to cool. We have one that we previously cast that's all ready to dunk, and that'll break the plaster away so I can get at the completed object. So here's our object. This is a completed vessel, all polished up and shined. This is a similar one in wax, not ready, it's just been created in wax and ready to be cast. Rosewood Art Center is where she teaches and where I assist, and we're going to have a display of our work there at the Art Center, and hope you come look at that.